Hey there. This is Nick with the Cruising family. Um, Today I'm going to talk about the process and review, compare, and contrast the Carnival cruise process to the Royal Caribbean process for online check-in, the process you go through ahead of booking your cruise. So, just to give a point of reference, we are veterans of cruising. I've been on I think like 19 Carnival cruises, and this will be my first experience with Royal Caribbean. So I haven't had the opportunity to experience both until last night. Um, we had our we had our 45-day check-in for Royal Caribbean, so I wanted to come in and give some of my experience with that process. So um, first off, to talk about Carnival cruises process. You wait, you go on. At midnight of your checking day, whatever that may be. And there is probably 11 different items that you're going to fill out, um, which includes personal information, includes uh, important documents, like the document that you're going to use, the government document that you're going to use to be able to get on the cruise ship. We use passport, so passport could also be birth certificate. Um, They ask for information about how you're getting to the port. Um, so if you're getting by air, they'll ask for your airline information. If you're driving, they'll ask for plans of parking. Um, they'll also ask for emergency contact information, and they will look at um, they'll also set you up with your online spending account, which gives you the opportunity to put your credit card in ahead of time. You don't have to do this ahead of time. You can actually wait till you get to the ship. It'll just take a little, or to the cruise port. It'll take a little bit longer at the cruise port. Um, and then if you have kids, they're also going to help you get signed up for the kids club. So uh, jumping over to Royals process, and I know this less familiar um, than what than I do Carnival just because of experience between the 2. I'll have much more experience with Carnival than I do with Royal. So, um, but last night I went on, um, I actually used my computer and my phone, um, and, um, it wasn't showing on the app, but around 11 or around 9:03, so we live on the West Coast, at 9:03, so midnight, um we're able to start that process. They look for correct information, location of where you live, good contact information, and then person emergency contact information. We were able to set up our onboard account, and then they ask for what type of document you're looking to use. As I said before, we use passports. I put in my passport information, and then I selected my time, which also Carnival you select your time with as well. So um, being able to being able to do that is probably the biggest motivation for a lot of people, especially like right around. Um, so and then they also ask you to upload a picture, which is different than what Carnival does. You don't upload that picture; you just put in the information for your document. So a little bit of a change there, um, but that's the basic information. They don't look for traveling information. Um, there's it felt like there was less information to share with Royal to be able to complete that online check-in, which I think I appreciate. Um, so now I'm gonna do a little bit of comparison. I know I've started doing that, but number of days out. First off, we're platinum with Carnival, so we're able to check in 16 days before the cruise. Um, and with Royal, it seems like everybody checks in 45 days. So it, with Carnival, it's a lot closer to the cruise time. With Royal, it was much further out, so we still have a long ways to wait. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative towards either. Um, it's really just one more step to take in to account. Then we're able to put in the documents needed. Um, on the Carnival site, we have you have the the way that they ask the information seems to be a little bit more tricky. And even though I'm a veteran of Carnival, it seemed a lot easier to figure out what I need to do over here with Royal. Um, so having experience of 20 cruises, we've also cruised with Holland America, um, but definitely I felt a lot more secure putting in that information there. Um, the the time that it takes to be able to fill in the information, because I'm reading on online. It felt like people were concerned about the amount of time over here with Royal, but definitely it takes me more time with Carnival, and again, I have more experience with it, so you think that I'd be able to do it quicker. Both Carnival and Royal have apps. You have your Royal app and your Carnival app. Um, Cool thing about Royal versus Carnival is you can do the check-in on here. The Hub app with Carnival is much more for just on the ship. Once you get to onto the ship, then you're okay. It looks like I'm actually able to take my actually able to grab my let me block out. Um, I'm able to grab my boarding passes and put them into my Apple Wallet, which is super cool. Definitely print it off still, just because I like to have backups. Um, I have backups for literally everything. Having that printed is nice, but you can fumble a lot less with just having to have your phone. So I'm super excited about seeing what that process looks like when we go to check in person in June with Royal. Um, and there, I mean, you can get a lot. You can do a lot more with the Royal Caribbean app than you can with the Carnival app. Um, Carnival app is, as I said, a lot more just about making sure that making sure that you have it for the cruise so that you can use it when you're on the cruise ship. And I don't have any experience to talk about with what it feels like on Royal. So, but the Hub app with Carnival is useful because you can find all sorts of things on there. But having been tinkering with the Royal app, I've noticed that you're able to make purchases there rather than having to go to the website. So it's much more functional um, app. It's a usable app as opposed to the Hub app only being for the cruise itself. So um, I would definitely say for the check-in process in this particular instance, even though I'm a veteran Carnival user, I would say 100%. Um, it feels a lot more user-friendly with the Royal Caribbean check-in process. So, um, if you're new to our channel, consider hitting the like button or maybe even subscribing. As I said, we're going to be going on Royal Caribbean in June. We'll be on the Wonder of the Seas, and I plan to vlog that series. And I also plan to talk about my experiences with the between the two. So I'm going to make a series of videos leading up to the cruise, and just some of the things that I've noticed, some of the things that I was able to experience, um, and just the overall process. So if you're into to seeing some of that stuff, definitely give us a follow so that you can be notified when that thing is coming out. But we really appreciate you taking the time to view our video. Um, if you found something here helpful, go ahead and like or share it with some of your friends. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity to be able to cruise on Royal Caribbean. So, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.